Can see how that works. All right, it should be working now, hypothetically speaking, of course. Is that working? No, no. All right, it'll turn on eventually. All right, let's look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar. C-A-T. Hey, Doc, it's working now. There you go. Caterpillar 371. Wow. 373. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Oh, wait a minute, not that one. Get out of there. 372, 275. Okay. All right, see, I'm a little uncomfortable with Caterpillar. Look at the chart. Look at this. From November to where we are now, 371. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Only because it's just a little bit out of my price range. Okay, however much money you think I have, you guys are wrong. Secretary, how do you book weekly percentages gains on weeks that still hold the stock? Hey, Jen's here. Honey, Jen's here.
Hey, Jen.
Kathy says hi, Jen. All right. CLX. We're going to put that down on the list. CLX. All right. CLX on the list. She says hi, honey.
No one loves me some Jen. She said.
You're her favorite, Jen. All right, back. Come on. I'm trying to get Facebook up and running. Restart. Okay, you want to restart? It's restarting. All right, so she's still mine. Yeah. Hey, the markets. How you doing? All right, I'm gonna put this over here. Get this out of my way. I got 2 more phones coming, hypothetically speaking. VTI. VTI. Let's take a look at VTI. All right. All right. I'm going to say no to Caterpillar. Only reason, look at that. Look where the chart is, way up here. So from the bottom here, 220, you're at 370. That's $150 waiting to be taken away. URA. We'll take a look at that in a second. URA. What do you think about CRDF? Never heard of it. CRDF. Now, usually, if there's something I never heard of, Okay, so I only do dividend stocks, stocks that have increased their dividend payments consecutively year after year after year. Okay, so that means I can collect a dividend or I can collect a premium. Now, let me explain to you guys that are new here, 172 people. This trading strategy that I'm teaching you right here has been created for my 9-year-old daughter when she was 9 years old. Let me pull it real quick. She's adorable. She's adorable. There she is.
Hi, I'm JC, and I'm
Why isn't it opening up?
There are 5 keys. Key number 1, there are 156 companies paying.
I don't know why it don't open up.
There are 230 days.
Bro is monthly. BRO. Why are we looking at BRO? Uh-oh. Where did everything go? All right, so let's get back to where we were. Right here. All right. All right, see if we can get Facebook up and running. All right, so VTI is a monthly. All right, Vanguard-based index fund to say simple. Okay, if index funds work for you, that's great. But I haven't seen a single index fund that paid over 30%. How much capital would you suggest someone to start dividend investing? That's going to be totally up to you. 98% of all my money is invested. Okay, if that gives you any indication whatsoever. Okay, now the reason why, because I honestly believe that I was going to bust out in a song, "We Are the World, We Are the People." Anyway, now, no. Um, if you think of it, okay, what makes up the U.S. economy? Each and every individual company out there. Johnson & Johnson, IBM, Verizon, what else? Insurance company, Globe Life, Prudential, all these companies that make, who's that? Mikey G. Hey, fascinating football fan. XOM. All right, ExxonMobil, I'll look at that one. XO and Bank of America. Yeah, all those companies. These are American companies. These are where your neighbors, your friends, your relatives all work. Hey, Vegas Mike. Okay, we all work there. Okay, so why not invest back into America? It only makes sense. Why not take your money, your investments, and put it into IBM, Caterpillar, AT&T? I forget what. I'm drawing a blank. It's been a long day. All right, so Caterpillar is going to be a no for me. Only reason it's out of my price range. As much money as you think I have, I don't. Whoops, no. I want to go public. There we go. Righty. And wow, this Facebook really bites. You can no longer set groups. Okay, yeah, whatever. And then you have it. All right, so right there. Wow, that's weird. Okay. Connection bad. You can turn the sound on into. Oh. Can you turn the sound on in YouTube? Oh. Oh, yeah, let me check that out. Sound is on in YouTube. Audio input. Can't get rid of that one. There we go. How's that? Okay, so that being said, let's keep on doing what we do. Let's keep on keeping on. Got to make the best of that. All right. As it sounds like they are planning to decrease dividends after 64 years. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. 3M. 3M is thinking about decreasing their dividends for some strange reason. Can you imagine? Imagine that, 64 years of increased dividends, and you're the CEO that comes in and says, "Oh, it looks like we got to cut our dividends." Yeah, I do not want to be that guy. All right, first on the list, after Caterpillar, we're going to take a look at Pfizer, PFE, Pfizer. We all have heard Pfizer. PFE, there we go, Pfizer. Okay, first thing I want to look at is the numbers, 2636. Okay, 2650. Yep, put them on the list. All right, 3M. 3M is on the list. Okay, it was on the list from last night. I'm picking up the list from last night. Well, look at PFE. 2636 tomorrow morning. 2650, 28 cents. That's over 1%. So let's take a look at the chart. First thing I want to see, where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago, and where is it now? I want to tilt this just a little bit. There you go, so you can get the whole screen in there. All right, you got to tilt you a little bit too. That's weird. All right, there you go. All right, so a year ago today, Pfizer is at the high of the year, 41.99. All right, Jack's Fitness Clips, you got to give me the actual ticker symbol. I don't know the ticker symbol for Progressive. From the high of the year, she drops all the way down to the bottom of the year. So you imagine that? From there, she just keeps on dropping and dropping. March 1st was the bottom of the year for Pfizer, 25.47. So let's take a look at the last 90 days. PGR. PGR. All right, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Starbucks. Really? Starbucks? All right, Starbucks is on the list. We'll get to that one eventually. All right, so the last 90 days, which would be the 11th of January, right there, the 11th of January. The 11th of January, we opened up at 28.83. Very next day, we get the high of 28.94. CME, I know that one's. Cheers, boss. Jack's Fitness Clips, how you doing? All right, John, I'll take a look at CME. Just give me a few minutes. Give me quite a while, actually. Joy. You want to look at Visa, huh? All right, let's hold off on any more. Let me just go through what I have. I have a list already. All right, Pfizer. Okay, 30 days ago, we got a 30-day high at 28.94. The 30-day bottom was on March 4th, and that was 25.61. All right, so the last 30 days, look at the 11th. Wow, she opened up at 27.31. 2 days later, 30-day high, 28.69. From there, she goes down, rebounds, back down again, rebounds. Now 2 days to the downside. I don't like 2 days to the downside. All right, so you get 30-day high here, and you're way down here now. I'm going to wait for 2 days to the upside because we're at a 30-day bottom. 30-day bottoms is great. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Oh, okay, John, we'll take a look at that one. Hey, buddy, did you play DAL today? Why would I play DAL today? We'll take a look at DAL. We'll take a look at it. Now, you guys have a misconception of what I actually do. I don't usually do any trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't. Most of my trading is done on Monday. SCHD is an absolute no. Sorry. That much I know right off the top of my head. Some of them I know right off the top of my head. Or snowflakes. Yeah, I have no idea what snowflakes is. Okay, so we're at our 30-day bottom with Pfizer. Now, don't get me wrong, Pfizer is going to have a bottom where you and I, the investors, say, wait, that's way too low. So we're going to wait for it to turn around. Basically, all you can do is wait for it to turn around, unless you think this is the bottom right here. Okay, so right now at 26.34, the 26.36, you can sell the 26.50s. Okay, the 26.50s for 28 cents. That's over 1%. So if you like Pfizer, you can get over 1% in Pfizer. All right, that's Pfizer. Cross that one off the list. PayPal. Somebody wanted to look at PayPal. All right, PayPal. PYPL. 65.80. 66. Ooh. Now, sell puts on Pfizer. Chever. I don't know if that's right. I honestly couldn't tell you whether or not to. Randall Ray, how you doing? I really couldn't tell you whether or not to sell puts on on Pfizer. The reason being is EFE. Look where it is. All right, it's not quite the bottom of the year, but it's the bottom of the 30-day period. Yeah, Jason, I know PayPal doesn't have dividends. Okay, it's at the 30-day bottom. Do you think it can go down further? Yeah. Me personally, I think it's done with profit taking, getting ready to go to the upside, but I don't know. You know? So you look at that fall from the 30-day high, 28.68. Okay, it just kept on going down. If you think it's going to go down further, that's up to you. Now, me, profit's already been taken. Okay, there's no more profit to be taken. The previous 30-day bottom is right over here. Okay, that was over a month ago. There's no more profit to be taken, except for people who bought it, 6 or 8 months ago. Maybe another vaccine coming. What's good long-term dividend ETF in your opinion? Okay, LM. I don't do that. The longest I've ever held anything was for 9 months. So try to I have 10K in Fidelity. What's your recommendation on how do I start with you and to see if this works? My personal suggestion is try paper trading first. Write it down on a piece of paper if you have to, or if you sign up with Thinkorswim, they actually have a paper trading account where you actually make trades with real-time numbers, but it's not real money. It's kind of like Monopoly for adults. Would you do your strategy on a stock that has monthly options if it was only 1 week out? Sure. I try not to, though. I like to go 2 weeks. Only reason being, month out. Why would I want to go a month out? Because you're better off just doing monthlies then, or a month out. Because it doesn't give me weekly cash flow. You gotta remember why I'm here. I'm here for weekly cash flow. If I was going to buy a stock and sell a month instead of something a month out, I got nothing coming this week, next week, or the week after, or the week after. Please check it how. Check Crep Spot up or down. Zishanjat. But if the monthly option ended in 1 week, it would basically be the same thing. Not necessarily so. Because if you miss that target on getting out, you have to hold that for another 30 days. If you're OTM, you can't sell options for the next week. Okay, Randall Ray, if the numbers work, why not? All right, I'm going to disagree with you, Jen. Sorry. Okay, all right, let's take a look at a monthly. What do we have that's a monthly that I know of? O. Everybody likes O. O is a monthly. All right, so Randall Ray, but what is if it don't get called? Then you're in it without anything to sell. Thank you, Jason. Exactly. Delta, that's DEL. Yeah, we get that one written down, Randall Ray. Okay, so let's take a look. This is why I don't like monthlies. And you know what? The monthly for O is next week. Okay, so it is a week out. So let's just take a look at the numbers. Why not? Okay, so O, which is Realty Income, or REIT, a year ago we're at 62.26. The high of the year was 64.26, and that was the end of July. Okay, from there she drops down to the end of October at 44.75, rebounds in the beginning of January at 59.88. Then we fall down to this trading range. Look at this trading range. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it's going up next. Okay, just by looking at this. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it could go down a little bit further, but I would wait 1 day for the turnaround. Okay, we'll take a look at C. All right, hold on. Now, I'm going to explain to you why I don't like monthlies. Okay, so the last 30 days, the 11th, right there. Okay, the 11th opened up at 52.89. The 30-day bottom was on the 15th, and that was 51.04. 2 weeks later, we got a high of 54.20, not a 30-day high. Okay, the 30-day high is here. Goes from the 30-day bottom up to here. Pulls back, and then it hits the 30-day high. Gaps down. Now, I love a gap down off of a 30-day high. Why? Because more than likely in a couple of days, that's going to fill. So it's a good time to jump in on that. Good evening, Miss Jacqueline. With your strategy, do you prefer trading into trends or consolidating channels? Cam, that's an interesting question. You're new here, I can tell by the name, and that Mr. Lizard you have there. Just sit back, relax, watch what I do, see if it makes sense, and then ask questions, because that question is from someone who's never been here before. If you see what I do, let's see how it works out. Just watch what's happening. Now, I'm explaining why I don't like monthlies. Now, 52.65. So the closest one is going to be the 53. Well, they don't have a 53. Well, let's do the 52.50. All right, well, it's going for 45 cents. Now, I'm losing 15 cents right off the top. So I take the 15 cents off of that, right? Now I'm only getting 30 cents. It's not even 1%. All right, now, if I don't hit my target. What happens if I don't hit my target? It doesn't pay dividends, okay? And it only has monthly options. I'm going to have to hold it. I'm going to have to hold it for 36 more days. 36 days is 7 weeks. Wait a minute. No, 5 weeks. I'm not even getting 1%. All right? The premiums on monthlies aren't really that good. Okay, so if I don't hit my target, the next option I have to sell is 5 weeks out. And I got to take whatever premium this is and divide it by 5. I'm not even getting 1%. Most monthlies don't really have that good of a premium. That's why I don't do monthlies. Okay, even though it may look good, even though it may look like, oh, it's only next week, I might hit the target. Yeah, but what if you don't? You got no dividend coming up, okay? And then you have to wait 5 weeks for the next option. And the next option, let's see what the next option actually is. On the 5250, it's $1.15. That's only 2%. 2%. 5 weeks for 2%. Yeah, no. Monthlies, I don't know how many times I got to say it. Monthlies just don't pay. I mean, it's great if that's all you want to do. Yeah, you can get 24 to 25% per year. Do you trade live? Yes, I do. First thing in the morning. Would you rather do BITO? They have monthly options and weekly options, just not 20 years old. Actually, you can do 4. I actually have BITO in a different account under a different strategy. Should I invest in industrial military complex? I can't answer that question for you. Do you do swing trades? Can't answer that question for you either. This trading strategy here, okay, it's simple, safe, predictable, consistent. It was created for a 9-year-old little girl. Let's bring up the princess. There she is. There's the princess. This is when she was 11.
Rinse and repeat for a beauty fresh taste. Nokia is paying 10.3%. Telefonica is paying 11.9%.
11.9% from Nokia. Oh, Telefonique. That was the Mexican telephone company. 11.9%. Nokia was paying 10%. This was 11 years ago. Okay, so I've been doing this stuff for quite a while. She don't look like that anymore. She's taller than me. What's the video called? It's Dividend Investing with J.C. Lin. All right, where was I? Back to where I was. If you really wanted to see that, you go right up to here. Where is it? 10-minute trader, which is right. Here you go, 10-minute trader. Slide down. Okay, a couple of videos, give you a couple idea what we're doing. Here's where the live trading is. If you want to do live trading, just click on that. That'll take you over to, come on, here we go, the Patreon, where people sign up to do the live trading. Now, right underneath that, YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast. I've been doing a podcast for over 4 years. It gives you every single day trade that I'm doing. LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, live on YouTube. That's where the live button is. If you want to watch this screen here live, it's right there. There's all the books I've written. But the YouTube channel right there, you click on that. A little slow. I think Xfinity was quicker.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Okay, so you go over here to the 10-minute trader on YouTube. Go with the oldest videos. There's the princess right there. There she is. That's 11 years ago. There's another one, another one. You want to see something funny? This one cracks me up every time I watch this one.
Hi, I'm JC, and B, as you being part of my internet web.
What does that mean? That means every single day you can buy a different stock. Because every single day there is a different company paying out dividends. Seriously. This is one company. Okay.
Before we
So-
got him medicated.
that was me 11 years ago. Okay, so I had to keep her entertained. She was 9 years. Actually, she was 11 at that time. I had to keep her entertained, so it had to be fun and exciting. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is, creating this trading strategy for a 9-year-old, it had to be simple. That was the main one. It had to be simple, safe. The income had to be predictable, consistent, and there's no way she could lose. Well, how do we do that? We had to come up with 5 rules. Okay, the 5 rules 1, never buy a stock you do not want to hold for a long period of time. 2, never sell at a loss. 3, make sure it has 20 years or more of increased dividends. 4 is weekly options. 5, make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by the numbers? Just what we did right here. What am I buying it at? Okay. What can I sell the option price for? And am I getting 1% for the week? If not, it's a no. This one here, monthly. I don't do monthlies because they just don't pay. Okay, now if you want to do monthly, hey, that's perfectly okay with you. I mean, perfectly okay for you, but I just don't do it. You know, I prefer when you guys ask me to look at something is number 1, make sure they have dividends. Okay, at least 20 years of dividends. That'd be great. Even better, 20 years of dividends and weekly options. All right. So PayPal was a no because I didn't like the chart. Okay, I want to see a bottom first. Okay, a solid bottom. It doesn't have to be extremely solid. 2 days. 2 days, bottom, then go to the upside. That's what I like to see. I don't want to have to guess here. Okay, even though today was a little higher than yesterday. Okay, I still don't want to see it. Do you ever see a stock midweek and pick it up, or only on Mondays? Well, Randall Ray, I do. Because funny you should. Here's the thing, okay, about that. All right, the other day, I think it was Tuesday, right? And Tuesday, the middle of doing the live show, okay, I got credited. I think it was like $6,000 or $7,000 from dividends because they just popped up. So I had $7,000 to spend on dividends. What the hell am I going to do with that? I dumped it into Macy's on Wednesday because the numbers still look good on Macy's. As a matter of fact, let's look at Macy's right now. It is my #1 stock for the year. Okay, so Macy's right now is at $19.93. Check this out. The 20. I can buy it tomorrow morning for 20. I can sell some of the option to buy it from me by tomorrow afternoon and still collect 18 cents a share. Okay, what is 18 cents a share? This is kind of like interesting. 0.18 and the purchase price is 20. That's not 0.9%, just a little bit below 1% for 1 day. Okay, I can buy it for 20 bucks tomorrow morning. I can sell someone the right to buy it from me at 20, basically the exact same price I paid for it first thing in the morning, and still collect 18 cents. Okay, it's not 1%, but it's only 1 day. And what's going to happen? If it hits 20, yeah, I'll make my little bit less than 1% for 1 day, and I can do the same thing over again on Monday. What's Monday going for? Next Monday? Look, next week's is going for 52. That's 2.5%. Okay? All right, that being said, yeah, once in a while I will, if I have dividends pop up. Because I wasn't expecting it, because I spent all my money on Monday, but Wednesday came by and it's like, where'd that money come from? I collected some dividends. Randall Ray, would you buy the Macy's tomorrow with an expiration date for the following Friday? Sure, why not? But why do that when I could just buy it tomorrow morning and sell tomorrow afternoons and still pick up almost 1%? And then tomorrow, and then Monday, I'd sell it next week's 20. All right. Do you ever trade a day before earnings on a stock? Jack, I really don't pay attention to the earnings. For some strange reason, I don't. Here's why. Hey, Matt Marshall's watching. Matt, how are you doing? Matt, if you guys didn't know, Matt was my son's best friend in elementary school, junior high, and then he moved away, I think. Or was it after high school? I don't remember. But Matt is the dickhead. Okay, Matt, you're a dickhead. This is the reason why Matt's a dickhead. All right, now, Matt's a dickhead because my son was born on July 4th. Okay, up until his 8th birthday, he believed everybody was celebrating his birthday until Matt told him otherwise. Thanks, Matt. Anyway, let's progress forward. So that's Macy's. I like Macy's. She started out a year ago at $18.49. The bottom of the year was actually a double bottom on the 12th of November. 12th of October, and then again the 14th of November. The last 30 days, right here was 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago from Macy's, opened up at 21.21. All right, 30-day high was on the 19th of March, and that was 22.10. 5 days of downside. Okay, 5 days of downside, 2 days up. 4 day downside, 4 days up. 5 days up. Okay, now we're right here, 1993. What is order flow? That's an interesting question. CME. CME is on the list. Okay, so I like Macy's. I do. It's been in business for over 100 years. They're dividend king, and that means they've increased their dividends for more than 50 years. More than 5 decades, they've increased their dividends. All right, Al, you want to look at NYCB? Al, don't we look at that in the mornings? Any thoughts on Blue Owl raising dividend to 72 in the next quarter? Oh, NYCB. We'll take a look at it. NYCB. Owl, OWL. All right, we'll take a look at Owl. Why not? You know, it's what we're here for. All right, so your live is flagged for harassment and bullying. Repeated violations could result in your live being discontinued. Submit feedback. All right, Matt, you're the only one I picked on today. Why are you reporting me, Matt? Okay, Matt came over to my house when he was in elementary school. I really don't think it was him. I think it was one of you guys in the audience. Because Matt's over here on Facebook. What do you think about the market tomorrow? Well, Mark, we'll find out tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is Friday, so we actually do our live trading. Okay, we have live trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:15. We want to be there right as the market opens to see what the market maker has up his sleeve. Friday, we're on at 3 because all the people that are in the live group want to see where their trades are and to make sure that they're all profiting. Okay. That's Macy's. All right, next on the list, NVO. I have NVO. NVO. Never heard of them. All right. ALPN. Could you please share your thoughts about this stock? Not asking for price predictions. Okay. ALPN. Okay, so I have all these right here to look at. So I'm going to get to ALPN, but it's going to take a while. All right, understand why the price is not moving either way. I can't really tell you that, but I can take a look and give you my opinion. That's about all I can do. But it's going to be a while, so you might as well sit, get relaxed, get comfortable, and just see how the flow goes. Okay, so NOV or NVO is next on the list. Okay, 125. The 125. That's going to be a no right off the bat. Why is it a no right off the bat? The ask price is $125.49. 125 is going for 94 cents. I'm losing 49 cents right off the bat. So the 125, you take 49 cents off that. That's not even, yeah, that's a no. That premium is horrible, in my humble opinion. Now, if you have that stock, I don't know what to tell you there. SWVK. Is that right? SWVK. SWVK. That's not a symbol. Oh, so we're not doing that one. But we are going to Mara. M-A-R. I wonder if Mara's here tonight. Mara, are you here tonight? We actually have a girl in the audience named Mara. All right. Mara. 1750. Jack's Fitness. That was me. Okay. Randall, okay. Are you kidding me? NYCB? Okay, we're going to get to that. Just hold on a second. We'll get to NYCB. All right, check out the numbers from Mara. Okay, 1758. All right, 1758. The 1750s are going for 40 cents. That's more than 2%. Let's take a look at the chart. Okay, first thing I want to see, where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? And where is it now? So I like the one-year chart. It's simple, it's easy, everything works. a year ago today, we're at 969. The bottom of the year was in the beginning of October. Brother, nobody makes money from dividends. That's from 100 years ago. Oh, D, I'm so glad you told me. I've actually wasted 15, 20 years of my life doing this. I wish you had told me earlier. Thank you for that. Let's progress forward. The low of the year for Mara was the beginning of October, and that was on 739. From there, she jumps on up to 3139, pulls back to 1481. See that? Nice run up, pull back, run up, pull back. Here's where we are right now. The high of the year, 3403. Okay? Now, let's look at the last 90 days. 90 days right there. Okay, so 90 days ago today, we opened up at 27.29. We pulled back for the bottom of the 90-day period on January 19th. That was at 14.70. I believe there was a dilution at 34. Okay? NYCB is just playing for fun. This group has been playing with it, yeah. I agree, it's high risk. It's extremely high risk. Okay, NYCB. Extremely high risk. I'm just kind of curious to see what the new management's going to do. Addicted to cards. Yeah, Buffett never buys good dividend stocks. Why are people such haters? Oh, well, if it wasn't, you know what they say, if you don't have enough haters in your life, you're not working hard enough. That's my philosophy. I haven't booted someone in a couple of days. I remember when I first started, I had 2 or 3 haters every night, and I had to like boot 2 or 3 haters. I had 6 people I had to boot one night. Should I just return all my money that I've made off that strategy? Yeah, probably should. Where can I find stocks that pay weekly dividends? I don't think there are any. Jack Fitness Clips and Roses. Hey, Jack, thank you for that. Thank you for the roses. My wife is going to get jealous. All right, so the 90-day bottom was on January 19th, right here. Okay, she shoots up here nicely, and a couple gap ups. 1, 2, 3 gap ups. This one filled, and this one filled. I like gaps. They always have a tendency to fill. All right, so the 90-day high was at 3409, and that was the end of February. So let's take a look at the last 30 days. You make money off stocks that have weekly options. Well, I do. All right, oh, there we go, 11. There we go. Last 30 days. 30 days ago. Did you buy GL? I didn't buy GL, but we'll take a look at it. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. The 30-day high was 24.89. 4 days down, we got a brief bottom. Okay, that was at 17.40. Jumps up, pulls back 4 days, and then we hit another another high. Not the 30-day high, but another high. Pretty close. 30-day high is here, and this high is only right here. Pretty close to it, but not quite. Okay, and that was 24.67. Now from there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days to the downside. 9 days to the downside. At what point are we, the buyers, going to say that's way too low? But not really, because look where it is. It's here. The bottom of the year is way down here. We still got a long way to go to hit the bottom, but for the last 90 days and the last 30 days, we're kind of like right on target. All right, so what do the numbers look like? But before we do that, let's take a look at seasonality. How do I get started? Vengeance. Hold that thought for 1 second. All right, so we want to look at seasonality. What is seasonality? Seasonality basically shows you how does a stock normally react on a yearly basis. Well, what does that mean? Well, the red line represents 10 years worth of data from January 1st to December 31st. 10 years. Okay, now the blue line represents this year. This is the way the stock has moved this year. Okay, this is 10 years. So what does it normally do this time? Yeah, Mara has no dividend, so why are we looking at it? That's a good question. So what are we looking at for the next week or so? Okay, the next week or so, a little bit to the downside. So Al, why didn't someone tell me Mara had no dividends? We wouldn't be looking at it. But we're here. Might as well finish it up. Okay, so seasonality shows it going to the downside, historically speaking. Okay. Now, even though today, yesterday, and the day before were all green days, they're still lower lows. Okay, I want it to go to the upside. Okay, she gapped down yesterday and she opened lower today. They're still up days, but no. So anyway, it doesn't have dividends, so it doesn't really meet the criteria. So anyway, if I was going to buy it at 17.58, I could sell the 17.50s for 40 cents. That's over 1%. That's if you like Mara, even though they don't have dividends. Okay, I don't know how it ended up here. Next on the list is CSCO. CSCO. Cisco. Now, Cisco is on the list. Delta. Randall, you already asked for Delta. Are you buying MCD at 260? No. But I'll take a look at MCD. MCD. All right, we'll take a look at MCD in a little bit, Chad. All right, 49, we'll look at the 50s. It's going to be a no. No for Cisco. Why? I can buy it at 49.50. Okay, the 49.50 is going for 21 cents. The numbers don't work. Remember, safe, right? Simple, safe, secure, predictable, and the numbers got to work. SoundHound. No. Why is it once a night, every night, sometimes twice a night, somebody asks about SoundHound? It's a no. All right, so it's no to Cisco. EPD. EPD. Enterprise Pod Pair. I have no idea what that is. 29.25. That's a no also. Look at the numbers. The numbers just don't work. Okay, that's a no. Now we come to 3M. Apple, CEG. AAPL, CEG. All right. Let's take a look at 3M. Now, I heard a rumor, JF, Jeffries. I heard a rumor, yay, 3M at last. Yeah, here we go. I heard a rumor over here on Instagram that 3M may be cutting their dividends. That would not be a good thing, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, let's take a look at 3M. 3M is going to be a no. That was quick, wasn't it? You waited all this time for 3M, and it's going to be a no. Why? I can buy it at 93.30. The 93s are going for 59 cents. That's not even 0.5%. Okay, the 93.50s, 35 cents. That's 1/3%. Okay, I like 1%. Now, don't get me wrong. I like 3M. I bought 3M at the beginning of the year. I had 3M for, I think, 11 weeks. 11 weeks I had 3M. Is it possible to get 30% return daily on your investments? Yeah, there is. But with great returns, there comes great risk, and you really got to know what you're doing. Jonathan, hello. Okay, sorry, buddy. 3M is going to be a no. Okay, the numbers just don't work. All right, it's no 3M. BA, isn't that Boeing? UNG worked out for you. Okay, UNG. UNG. All right, well, take a look at UNG. You're looking at the options that have 1 day left. Holy shit. You're right. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on. Hold 1 second. Somebody just mentioned I'm looking at the wrong options. I was looking at the ones that expire tomorrow. Okay. All right. 3M. Yeah, the numbers do work. Hold on a second. I could buy it for 93.30. The 93 is going for $1.31. Okay, so that's over 1%. So let's take a look at the chart for 3M. Thanks for that, Jason. Thanks, buddy. It's just, I don't know why I was looking at today's. All right, from the other day. All right, so look at 3M. let's take a look at the charts. A year ago today, 3M's 87.20. Okay, she goes up, she goes down. Look at the bottom of the year is on October 20th. Get my PRT dividend tomorrow. Cool beans. 71.25 is the bottom for 3M. And that was the end of October. Okay, she goes up. She ended up the year at 92.34. If you don't buy 3M, will you sell it? I don't have 3M. Okay. I got a double bottom. All right, let's look at the last 90 days. Okay. 90 days ago today, 3M was at 90.55. Shan, I don't do puts, but it does look like that way. I am in BDJ and PRT. I want new monthly dividend stocks. Alrighty, let's take a look. BDJ and PRT. I don't know either one of those, but we'll take a look at them. Hang tight, you're new here. Miss Trumpy, LTNC. LTNC. Never heard of that one either. All right, last 90 days. 90 days ago, 90.55. They pay monthly. Kind of downtrend, but still okay. All right. We already looked at O a little bit, Jonathan. We already looked at O earlier today. The bottom of the 90-day period was on the 3rd of March, 75.61. Okay, let's look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago would be right here. Okay, 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom. Right here. 30-day bottom, and that was 78.37. Okay, she gapped up, and she just kept on escalating until she has a little downturn here, back up. Now look where she is. She's got a steady trend to the upside. 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom. She moved up, hit a double high here at 91.29, 4 days to the downside at 85.67, then shoot back up to the 30-day top, which was last week. The 30-day top was last week right here. Okay, and that was 95.67. Okay, WBA. Walgreens. I like WBA. Okay, so the 30-day high, it dropped down. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside. Okay, what's going to happen 5 days to the upside? ACB. All right, I don't think we'll be able to get to any more of those. All right, now, what does 3M normally do this time of year? For that, you use the seasonality chart. Look at that. Right, here we go. From here to here, that's the next 3 weeks. Okay? Ever so slightly to the upside. Austin, how you doing? Ever so slightly to the upside using the seasonality chart. Now, that's 10 years worth of data. That's what it normally does this time of year. All right, now let's take a look at the numbers. So tomorrow morning, I could buy it at 93.30, but I could sell the 93s for $1.31. That would give me a profit of 101. What is 101 by 93? That's about 1.01%. Clear that out of the way. 1.01 would be my profit. Now, what I like about that, 93, and that would be 1.08%. Sorry, have you ever checked ALPN Alpine? Yeah, I've checked them. ALPN. We'll take a look at that one. Just hold tight. So, if I like 3M. Where does 3M have its dividend? All right, not this month. Okay, not this month. Next month. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Week number 7 of the quarter. Okay, week number 7. We're in week number 2. Okay, that's 3 more weeks, and we'll be looking at 3M again. All right, that being said, I like 3M. You got that one? All right, so yeah, I like 3M. 3M looks pretty good. Can't believe Chipotle is $2,900 a share. Stock split 50 to 1 in June. Well, all righty, why can't you believe it? I mean, it is what it is. All right, that's 3M. BA. Boeing. 173. Okay. All right. Seems so high is all I'm saying. Yeah, it is. Okay, so the numbers for Boeing works. Okay, what you have to do though, you got to wait until it finds a bottom. Okay, so now we have, as I thought there was a dividend channel. Oh, Miss Trumpiet. Miss Trumpiet thought this was a dividend channel. Well, it is. We're looking at dividend stocks for investing to get a safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, if 1% per week doesn't appeal to you using qualified dividend companies, okay, then I can't really help you out. Team will go 1,000 next run. No divvy though. Yeah, sorry. Was answering John. Oh, sorry. I look at them every once in a while because they run around. All right, so let's look at Boeing for a second. Now you have to ask yourself the question about Boeing, right? Number one, they have a huge amount of governmental, what do they call that? Government contracts, the industrial, the what do you call it? The military industry complex, the military industrial complex. Yeah, they get a lot of government contracts. Boeing. Now, yeah, okay, so every once in a while, do you have a limit? Ford had the Edsel. That was a lemon, okay? All right, that being said, let's take a look at Boeing. A year ago today, $213.50. The previous bottom was back in October, before they got the bad news. That was $176.31. Now, they topped off the year in the middle of December. Okay, middle of December, 265.90. Now, she gapped down 2 or 3 times, found a trading range between 198 and 208. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Go sideways for a bit, and then we get the bad news. Bad news about a month or so ago, and then she drops, and she just keeps on dropping. I'm back for day 2. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the last 30 days. Right there we go. Okay, 30 days ago today, we opened up at 194.21. Okay, we dropped down to a previous 30-day bottom at 177.58. Shoots up a 30-day high at 196.18. BA is definitely connected to the powers that be. Yeah, but what you got to do is you got to wait for it to find its bottom, because there's going to be a bottom pretty soon. Okay, you think bottom's going to be 120, 135? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 days to the bottom. Okay, 9 days. 9 days in a row. Keep going down. I would wait to see for a bottom before I thought about jumping in. As soon as it finds a bottom, it's going to go back out. If you remember, some of you might remember ExxonMobil, when the Exxon Valdez spilled out the oil up in the, what was it, in the Straits? I forget what it was. Way up in the Alaska area. Okay, that stock tanked. Okay, same thing with British Petroleum. That stock tanked when they sprung a leak in the Gulf. You like that 13-day rule? Yeah, see, some of you people remember that. Now, I watched British Petroleum go down to $54 a share. This is what back then. And I was like, no way. British Petroleum at 54, then the stock just started going up. Well, I jumped in at 54, then it started going up. It's like, that's crazy. So you got to decide where's the bottom for Boeing. Okay, it's at 173 at the moment. Okay, but I wouldn't do Boeing until I found this bottom. Okay, WYNN. WYNN. Wyndham Resorts. Wyndham Resorts. Okay. 105s. The 105s going for 176. Oh, everything looks good here. Oil spill, Prince William Sound, Alaska. Yep. Okay. 105 for Wyndham Resorts. The 105 is going for 176. That's over 1%. RIG, Do, and BKR all dumped low. The drillers dumped too. Yeah, well, because we don't know what's happening with the drilling. Boeing price action looks similar to Tesla. Yeah, well, you know, the news will have a tendency to make everything go haywire. All right, so we're looking at Wynn Resorts. All right, a year ago today, they were at 108.88. Okay, the high of the year was 115.01. Drops down in beginning of June, shoots back up to a high in the end of July, finds the bottom of the year at the beginning of November. Okay, challenges the bottom at the beginning of December, didn't quite make it though. The last 90 days, okay, 90 days ago today, we opened up at 93.65. A few days later, we got the 90-day bottom on January 17th. Okay, whoops, way over here. It's kind of hard to see when I'm going backwards. Okay, and then the 90-day bottom was 90.42. All right, so 90.42 is the bottom of the year, of the 90-day period, sorry. The 90-day top was last week on the 4th, and that was 110.38. All right, 30 days ago. Okay, so I like the 1 year. I like the 90. Now we're looking at the 30. And I like the 30 also. Take a look at it. The 30 doesn't look that bad. 30 days ago, 168. Okay, she drops down, finds the bottom on the 19th. And that was 98.27. Hey, winner 86. Nice of you to show up, dude. Okay, from there, we find the 30-day high on the 4th, which was last week. And that was 110.38. Went sideways for a little bit, pulled back. Now look at this. A little bit pulled back here. And we have today is an up day. So if tomorrow was another up day, that's a perfect, in my humble opinion, for me, it's a perfect buying opportunity, especially when the 105s are going for 176. Let's find out exactly what that was. Hold on, I'm going to show you the numbers. Okay, so the 105, okay, right now, the last trade was 104.86. Okay, 104.15 is the bid, 105 is the ask. If I buy it at 105, if I buy it at 105, I can sell the call option for someone to buy it from me for the exact same amount of money I paid for it. So I'm buying at 105. I'm selling at 105 between tomorrow morning and next Friday. So whoever buys that option from me, whoever pays me the $1.76, has between tomorrow morning when I sell it to next Friday at 3:59 to buy it, to do whatever they want. But for me, I just want that 1%. Whoops, that 1% comes to the 105. See it right here? It's selling at 176. So I take the 176 and I divide it by my purchase price. The purchase price is 105. And that is 1.67% for the week. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Do I like wind resorts? Okay. Do I like them? Do I mind holding them for a long period of time? Because if you don't like holding them for a long period of time, then you shouldn't buy it. Okay. Rule number one, never buy something you do not mind holding for a long period of time. Here's another interesting question, which we should have thought of this earlier. WYN. Okay. They don't have the dividend until May, into the 4th week of May. We're still in April. Okay, so we're not going to see Wynn Resorts have their dividend for another 6 weeks. Okay, what I do, it is what it is. And what is the dividend? Ain't the greatest in the world, 25 cents, but it is what it is. Okay, there's nothing safe about holding individual stocks. All right, Matt Daddy, thank you for that. They are a great casino operator. They make a lot of money. Well, alrighty then. Isn't price of Wynn too close to the 52-week high? No, the 52-week high is at 117. Okay, 117, way up here. We're at 104. It's close to the 30-day high and the 90-day high, but the 52-week high, a long way away. And remember, I'm only in it for the 1%. So if I buy it at 105, sell some of the right to buy it from me at 105. If it goes above 105, I'm back into cash again. So do you buy the put, sell the call? No, I buy the stock and sell the call. Okay, that's called a covered call. Buy the shares, sell the call, 100 shares equals 1 call. Thanks, winner 86. Alrighty then, that's Wynn. I like that one. However, it's not on my list for another 5 or 6 weeks because they don't have the dividend coming out in April. It's in May. Let's go back to April. All right, so that's Wynn. All right, Jen, this one's for you. CLX, Clorox. CLX. All right, see, now, we're here on the 11th. Tomorrow ends the week. Ends week number 2 for the second quarter, or week number 15 for the year. There's 52 weeks in a year. We are in week number 15, or week number 2 for the quarter. Yes, Clorox is a dividend king. They've been in business for over 100 years, increased their dividends for more than 50 consecutive years. That's 5 decades, more than 50 consecutive years. Okay, so they have the dividend coming up, not next week, but the week after. So this week right here is perfect time to jump in. Grab that 1%, say thank you, be on my way. What is the dividend anyway? It is $1.20. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers for CLX. CLX. 145.31. Millionaire Money Coach. My thoughts on an ETF named QQQI. That's going to be a no. Tesla call for 195 for July. I'm going to say no, Mario. Reason being, Tesla doesn't offer dividends. So if you're wrong, what are you collecting? Nothing. I like cash flow. Tesla doesn't give cash flow. And if you're buying a call for 195 in July, you're sitting around waiting for it to move up. That's capital appreciation. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a safe, secure, predictable income. Why no on QQQI? QQQI. It has no options. There's your answer. QQQI has no options. How would I make weekly cash flow from something that has no weekly options? Sorry. Okay, I only do dividend stocks that have weekly options and have increased their dividends for more than 20 years. How many positions do you usually take a week? I have about 40, But I have 5 accounts. The main accounts, the ones I share with you guys, ADM. I doubt we'll get to ADM today. Okay, because it's 10:30. We have 1 hour left. Hey, LA, probably not going to get to that anyway. How far are we from Visa? 6. 6 more stocks before we get to Visa. AT&T, we won't get to it today. And I'm seriously thinking of taking Friday night off because I've been doing it since January. Friday nights are the worst because there's hardly any volume. There's hardly anybody here on a Friday night. All right. Happy, joy. Ren and Stimpy. Do you remember Ren and Stimpy? Happy, joy. All right. Anyway, CLX, unfortunately, sorry, Jen. CLX is 145.31. The 145 is going for 165. Once you subtract that 31 cents off there, you're down to 134. Not quite 1%. Ren and Stimpy, yep. Yes, love, my sister's favorite cartoon. Happy, joy. Okay, VTI. Vanguard ETF. That's usually a no. It's a monthly. Sorry, whoever came up with VTI. Remember the 10 and Stumpy wrestling episode? No. You are a idiot. No, you are a bonehead. There you go. How much do you need to invest in this method to make an income of $10,000 a month? 2.5 million. Is that right? Wait a minute. 250,000. Okay, 250,000. 1% per week is 2,500. 2,500 times 4 is 10,000. Sorry, it was a spell check mess up. All right. Yeah, 10,000 a month, you'd need 250 grand. 250 grand, 1% of 250 is 2,500. 2,500 times 4, 10 grand. All right, so URA, 31. Ooh, interesting. Now, I usually don't do ETFs because they don't have dividends. Okay? URA. No dividend. ETF. Not March, not February, not January. Okay, so here's a question. If I'm going to buy URA, okay, okay. If I'm going to buy URA, right, and the price goes down, where am I going to get my cash flow from? They don't have any dividends. So that's why I don't do ETFs. Most ETFs don't pay dividends. But anyway, let's check this for a second. Hold on. Yahoo Finance. Let's check the data stream. You are a bonehead. Or lose. You are a loser. All right, anyway. Okay, Global Uranium ETF. Okay, we're looking at historical data. How do you plan for taxes as a professional trader? Do you really want to ask that question? Market or limit orders after hours? Interesting question. I would prefer the mines. Yeah. Okay, so look at them all over the place. Okay, it pays dividends twice a year. No, you wouldn't want to ask that. Yeah, you don't want to ask that question. BTG, good divvy miner. All right, anyway, so URA, okay, it pays every 6 months. So it pays dividend twice a year. 168.5. Yeah, $1.68, 5 cents, 10 cents, $1.31, 3 cents, 10 cents, 16 cents, 8 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents. Yeah, I'm going to say big fat no. All right, Mandy, you want to invest something you can make real money in. I'm assuming you're not retired. Okay, I'm retired. I want a safe, predictable, consistent income. Safe, predictable, consistent income. So, you want something to make a lot of money on? This ain't the place for you. You did say Macy's a few nights ago. Yeah, I made a lot of money on Macy's. Okay, I make over 1% per week on Macy's. That comes to over 50% per year. 50% per year is not what you're looking for because you got to do it every day, almost every day. Okay, I buy it on Mondays, I check on Friday, see what happens. Because there's not a whole heck of a lot happens on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, other than just seeing what it does. Okay, so I only make a 1% per week on average. Okay, that's over 50% per year. And if you're not okay with 50% per year, this really ain't the place for you. Because there are stocks out there that you could buy, they'll go straight up to the moon. I don't know who they are. Okay, but I have no desire. I'm 60. I have no desire to sit around and wait to find that diamond in the rough that's going to go from, from $5 all the way up to $200 or $300 in 20, 30 years. Yeah, I don't want to wait that long. Me, I want a consistent, predictable, safe income on a weekly basis. That's all. Okay. Have you ever looked at automated trading through Option Alpha? I don't trust computers. I was alive and I actually witnessed the what do you call it? I don't, who remembers the stock? I think it was in '87, the stock market crash where the computers took over and the freaking stock market dumped huge. Why? Because you have those stop limits. Okay, where you have stop limits set, and that got checked, and that got checked, and that got checked, and all of a sudden it was a domino effect. One computer went down, one computer went down, one computer went down, and down for those stop losses, and it just tanked the whole market because people gave their power over to a computer. Yeah, no thanks. How do I start with a $100 account? What should I do? Educate yourself. Okay, pay attention, find something that works, and then just get good at it and figure out how you can invest them out. All right. Let me ask you a question. How old are you? Okay, you want to start with $100. What I want to do is I'm going to break this out right here. Weekly compound interest calculator. Show you 27. Okay, so $100. Now, how much money do you want to put in on a weekly basis? Okay, we're going to start as a weekly compound interest calculator. Start out with $100. Okay, let's say you put in $10 a week, $10 a week, okay, and you get 1% per week. Okay, 1%. Now, I mostly like energy, water, OTC markets, for plans. Okay, yeah, I get that. Okay, do you think the Fed will drop? I don't know. I want to learn to get better at this method you're teaching. Where can I learn more in depth? All right, J Sam, you asked that earlier. I haven't forgot about you. Okay, right here on the 10-minute trade, I'll give you the information. Already have 60K in savings, 4.5 in a highlight savings account, blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway, I'll show you. Go to the website, the 10-minute trader. Okay, this here is a weekly compound interest calculator. I actually had to create this because nobody had one. You put a number you want to start out with. Okay, the next number is a periodic deposit. How much you want to put on a weekly basis, monthly basis, bi-weekly, whatever. Now, you have a deposit frequency. You can do it weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. So if you put in $100 and you did $10 a week for 10 years, okay, that comes to $193,000. That's $100, $10 a week, $193,000. Okay, 20 years, let's go 20 years, because you're 27 years old. 20 years, okay, it's $3.4 million at $100 starting, and then $10 a week, and consistently doing it over and over and over again. When was the last time you lost money on a trade? I think I lost money on 3M this year. 4.5 to the mid fives is everywhere. Jonathan, I have no idea what we're talking about. Okay, right back to where we were. There we go. All right, let's get back to where we're trading. So yeah, the question is, if you really want to know how much you can make, figure out what you're starting out with. What are you gonna do all the time? And that's into the S&P. Okay, S&P, fine. They've been averaging 10% per year for the past 100 years. Okay, but you got to stick with it. Okay, I don't think at age 27 you're going to wait around for 100 years. Dividend stock talk. How do I start up investing? Where do I start investing? Okay, well, as I said earlier, up here in the bio, right here, the 10-minute trader. It is the 10-minute trader. You go there. There's one video explains the whole thing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk. I'm going to show you 3 quick steps in order to get you safe, secure, predictable, and consistent returns per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that have increased. Okay, so you heard that speech before. Right here is where the live trading is. You want to do live trading an hour a day, Monday through Friday. You can ask me any questions you want. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. Wow, that thing's even darker now than it was before. Facebook. All right, so opinion on Wall Street bets. I don't really have an opinion on Wall Street bets. This right here is Thinkorswim through Charles Schwab. Okay, I like Charles Schwab. I've never used Fidelity, so I really couldn't tell you. I'm out of my drink. Oh no. I don't think my throat's going to hold up. We got 45 minutes left to go. So, are you getting $250, $300 a month? Okay, so Papa Jeff. Let's go back to here again, because apparently you weren't getting this. Okay, here, Papa Jeff. Account number 1. Account number 2. Account number 1 has $117,000 and 1% per week is over $1,000 a week. Okay, account number 2 has $100,000 cash, $100,000 margin. Okay, that's over $2,000 a week. Okay, here are all my trades this week. I mean, this year so far. Okay, so 2.12%. Oh, we get that one. Hold on a second. 117,000 multiply 0.0212 comes to a grand total of, that's wrong. Oh, yeah, okay. Clear. Okay, 117,000 multiply 0.0212. Yeah, that was $2,400 for the first week. That's just this account. That wasn't this one. That's just this one. Okay, so yeah, 1% is 1%. Where was I? Back here. I'm getting it. I am responding to someone about interest. Oh, Wall Street Bets kind of feels like a socialistic gambling site. Basically, that's exactly what it is. People get together and they conspire to figure out what they can do to have the best returns. Whether it is safe, whether it is right, whether it is ethical, doesn't really matter. They saw an opportunity, especially with GameStop. Why GameStop? Well, GameStop only had a certain amount of stocks. If you keep selling and selling and selling and selling, it artificially pumps up the value. What days are you buying and when are you posting and updating your site? Far left Teddy the Grump. Far left Teddy the Grump. I trade every day. Okay, I do most of my buying on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I do the balancing. I figure out what to do it. Okay. And then Friday, I actually go in and see where all my positions are. So I'm only online doing actual trading for 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's it. Any opinions on AGNC, monthly dividend? AGNC. We're not going to be able to get it today. To be totally honest with you, I'm not going to be able to get it today. We're not going to be able to look at ET today either because we have all these to go through. It went down to the last 45 minutes. So should I move my 60K from HYSA into this if I can get 2% a week instead of 4.5 a month? Hold on a second. 4.5 a month is And who said anything about 2% a week? Okay, I said I average 1% per week. Okay, 2% per week is a fluke. I don't get it all the time. All right, I average 1% per week. Are you still buying and selling the call usually on Mondays? Okay, Mondays I buy the stock. You got to get the terminology correct, because if you get the terminology incorrect, you could lose money. Seriously. And it sounds so elementary. Okay? See, I don't buy options. I sell options. I buy stocks. I sell options against the stocks that I buy. That is called a covered call. It is one of the safest strategies there is. Now, this strategy that I'm here giving to you for free was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. It had to be simple, it had to be safe, it had to be predictable, and it had to be consistent. Preston, thanks anyway. Okay, I meant buy the stock and sell the call. Yeah, I do that on Monday. I buy the stocks on Monday because basically what we're doing here is we're selling time. Well aware of the covered call, I am sophisticated. Cool. So the covered call on a Monday from 9:30 a.m. to 3:49 p.m. on Friday. That is the most amount of time I am going to be able to sell. So I buy first thing Monday morning and I sell the option first thing Monday morning because I get the highest value of time, because time ticks away every single day. Every minute, every day. Tick, tock, tick, tock. There's no stopping it. What are the stocks you sell covered calls on? I have 150 of them. Well, with covered call, okay. Selling cash secured puts can create cash flow too. Jonathan, you're absolutely 100% correct. You really are 100% correct. I have a bunch of different trading strategies. I really honestly do. Okay, this one here gets a 50% average per year. 50% average per year. Okay, now I have other stocks that average, other strategies that average 200 to 300% per year. This is the only strategy I share for free. Okay? I am a nice guy, but I'm really not that nice. Well, that's a lot to manage. Well, not really, because this strategy is very simple. Fetty, how can I do that in Uganda? Well, you have to use what is called a VPN, virtual private network. That way you can log into your computer in Uganda, jump onto your VPN, and then you can sign in Toledo, Ohio, or Miami, or Pittsburgh. So no, it's not a lot to manage, because this trading strategy here takes me 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to do my personal account. Then I have a couple other accounts because I do manage accounts for anyone. 15 minutes, yeah, you got plenty of time for the strategy. That's correct. So I do this strategy here, which is covered call. What stocks do you buy and sell covered calls? Well, let me do a quick little rundown of what I actually do. All right, so quickly, just give you a rough idea. All right. American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Globe Life, MasterCard, Verizon, AbbVie, Bank Mellon, Procter & Gamble, Wells Fargo, Aon, Ally Bank, Bank of America, General Motors, T-Mobile, Heinz, Occidental Petroleum, Hewlett Packard, Bird, Coca-Cola, Paramount, Mondelez, USB, and let's give you one more. DHI, Siri, Visa, Apple, Capital One Finance, Hewlett Packard, Kroger, Chevron, Jeffries, Johnson & Johnson, UPS, Moody's. Okay, you probably heard of every single one of those companies. That's just one list. Now, I got like 5 different lists because each companies are different. Okay, I got the Dividend Kings list, the Dividend Aristocrats, the Dividend Champions, the Dividend Challengers, the Dividend Contenders. Okay, and then I have Warren Buffett's list. And then I have companies that are over 100 years old. Okay, so I have plenty to choose from. For me, it's not a lack of choices. Okay, now I only invest in companies that have qualified dividend increases consistently and weekly options. Those are the only ones I do. Okay, there's 9,000. Ooh, well, we'll just quickly go over it. Okay, Okay, this website right here, whoops, hold on, let's get to it. Okay, this website right here, FinViz, FinViz, Financial Visualizations. They basically tell me all the different stocks in the stock market. 9,511. See that number right there? All listed. Every single stock on the stock market. 9,511. Jonathan, you like that site? Now, this here, 9,511, as soon as I go to here, dividend, it separates the companies that share their profits and the companies that don't share their profits. So let's put in a 2% yield. Okay, now I have 3,278 companies to choose from. Okay, now I only do companies that have options. So I'm going to come over to here and click on options. Okay, optionable stocks. Now I'm down to 1,953. Unfortunately, as far as I can go with this website, it doesn't give me the parameters in which I want to look for the other ones. But gives you a rough idea. There's 9,511 stocks to choose from. I only have about 150 to 200 in my Rolodex. Checked and saw Para lowered their dividends a few months ago, but we did still make money. Yes, we did, Secretariat. One of the best tools that exist, in my opinion, other than scanners. Yep. William Belt, how you doing? The markets. In your opinions, if your opinions look quite good, do you close before expiration date? Only once in a great while. Most of the time, I let the options expire on Saturday. And then Monday, I'm either back into cash or I'm carrying the stock into another week. Okay, it always goes back to rule number 1. Never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Okay, so at this moment in time, I have AEO, which is American Eagle Outfitters, Albemarle, JD, Lowe's, and Macy's in this one particular account. Okay, by the looks of it, it looks like 3 of them are going away, and I will carry 3 of them into next week. And I will do the dividend, I will do the covered calls again for next week. Okay? Do you sell near or in the money put? Okay, it's all about the numbers. I would prefer in the money. I would go further in to get that safer bet. Do you ever invest in biotechnology or pharmaceuticals? That's a good question. I'm going to go back to here. That's what I invest in. Really, honestly, do not care what they do. Honestly, I don't care what they do. Ally Bank, Wells Fargo, Aon, DHI, Siri, Visa, they're on the list. I don't care what they do. They've increased their dividends for the required amount of time. They have weekly options. Okay? That's as far as I go. I really don't care what they do. And that sounds weird. How can I start trading options? Well, Fetty, you have to qualify for it first. Okay? Buying and selling stock, that's the easy part. You just got to be 18. To do options, you actually have to file with your broker. Say, hey, I want to file options. Level 1 is the easiest one to get to. So I just want to do covered calls. That's it. You could probably get approved instantly. Your indifference imparts natural diversity. I don't know, Al. I don't know if that's good or bad. Because honestly, I really don't care. Okay, you put someone in front of a machine and you say, this is your job, you do this. You do this well, you're going to get paid every week. So, okay, great. I have a wife, family, kids, mortgage, insurance, all this crap I got to pay for. I'm going to do my job. Do I care if he's in biomedical? Or do I care if he's on a big rig? Do I care if he pumps gas? Do I care if he does chicken? No, I don't. We Americans, we take pride in our work. We go to work, we do our job. Why do I care where you do your job? As long as you do it, and you do it well. And the company continues to be prosperous. Okay? Because they continue to increase their dividends. I really don't care what you do. When you're not all in banks in a given week, okay? VLV to required margin. Okay, Jonathan, I don't know what that means. I do deep, I'm going to go back to that one. I do deep research into what companies are and how important and necessary their product is. Okay. I have an oil obsession. Okay. So if one tanks, chances are the other investments. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's good too. So let me ask you a question here. Here you go. Wells Fargo, okay, they've been in business for over 100 years. They've increased their dividends for more than 50 consecutive years. Let's go to a better list. Let's move over here. All right, take a look at these. Dividend Kings, okay? Target, over 100 years old. Pepsi, over 100 years old. Johnson & Johnson, over 100 years old. Emerson, over 100 years old. 3M, over 100 years old. PPG, I really don't know, to be totally honest with you. But each and every one of them have increased their dividends for over 50 consecutive years. That's 5 decades. Okay, now we all know that Johnson & Johnson is different than Target, and they're different than Pepsi. 3 different companies, 3 totally different products. Do I really care what products they make? No. What I care about is they're over 100 years old, number one, which means, hypothetically speaking, they're probably going to go to a 101, 102, 103, 104, so on and so forth. They each individually have increased their dividend payments to their shareholders, you and me, okay, for 5 decades or more. Okay, that means every year they're paying higher and higher dividends. Now, when I look at them, I look at the numbers. How do the charts look? What direction is it going? What is the trend? What does it normally do this time of year? Because different stocks act differently. And if I buy it, can I sell it for the exact same price that I paid for it and still get a 1% profit per week? That's all I really care about. Okay, they wouldn't be on my list if they didn't continuously increase their dividends every single year. Because if Pepsi goes down, right, next year I'm getting higher dividends. Okay, if Target goes down, I'm still getting higher dividends. Now last year I did have Target for 8 months. Para does not meet your criteria. You would not want to hold Para as a safe bet. You're absolutely correct. However, they're still an old company and they still increase their dividends, and it worked out. How does the dividend paid date affect when you buy the stock and sell the call? Well, not getting higher dividends. So trading options is better than trading pairs. Fetty, I don't know that question exactly. Target Gas had a wicked ride the last 5 years. Okay. Unless it pulls WBA Walgreens boots. Okay, all right. Interesting questions. Now, I take a look at the dividend, right? Now, Emerson is paying on the 15th, okay, the 15th. I want to buy it 2 weeks before. I want to buy it on the 29th of January because I want to give it 2 weeks for it to move up that 1%. Because I found in my years of investing that stocks have a tendency to move up when they're coming into the dividend. Okay, so right here, Target, I want to jump in on the 29th, which is a Monday. Okay, sell the option and then see if I'm out by Friday. If I am, great. Then I'll move on to the next one, which just happens to be Pepsi. 2 weeks before the EX date. Worst case scenario, I'll get a premium dividend. All right, and then I'll hold it until it reaches my target. My target price is more than what I paid for it. So hypothetically speaking, Emerson, the 15th, what was it on February 1st? EMR. Emerson. Okay, Emerson paid on the 15th. So I want to buy it on the 29th, okay, which is the week of the 29th. The 29th of January, right here. Okay, so if I buy it on the week of the 29th, right, look at the chart. She basically went sideways to the 6th, and then she gaps up and keeps on going. Okay, so that one worked. It was a coincidence. Let's take a look at another one. 3M on the 15th. Now I want to look at the 29th of January. Up back. 29th of January, right there. Oops. 29th of January, right there. Okay, so 3M. The dividend was on the 15th of February. I want to buy it in the week of the 29th. Okay, so the week of the 29th, it was at 80 bucks. Okay, she drops down, and then she shoots up. All right, so buy it before the dividend, and then she goes down, and then she shoots up. Okay, PPG, same thing. 29th of January, right there. Okay, so here's the 29th of January, right? So I buy it on 29th of January. Then Friday it's there, take it out. A couple of weeks, I'm back in before the dividend's even paid out. Okay, she goes from the 29th, she dips down, she goes back up and higher than what she was, more than 1%. Stocks have a tendency, especially the stocks on my list, have a tendency to go up before the EX date. That's why I want to jump in 2 weeks before. J, after the next Black Swan event, the first date, okay, when should they sell, blah, 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 continue, blah. I do Forex, but this looks interesting. All right, thanks for that, Scott. All right, so we're at 11 o'clock. Should we look at some more stocks, or we want to continue going over the strategy? The strategy is simple. Pick a good stock. Has 20 years or more of increased dividends. Make sure you have weekly options. Make sure it's something you want to buy and own for the long term, because you just might have to. I mean, trading options is better than trading pairs like you. Fetty, I'm going to agree with you. All right, only because I've tried Forex before. You have to sit in front of the computer all day. Okay, or give your money over to a bot. And I don't trust computers as far as I can throw them. Really, I don't. Okay, I'm weird that way. All right, URA, we looked at that one. So let's look at the next one on the list. CRDF. I've never heard of that one. CRDF. Cardiff Oncology. Joy. I have Uber. What do you think? Joy, I'm going to say no to Uber only because they have dividends for 20 years or more. Okay, and I feel sorry for you with that one because that's one of those young people stocks where you buy it and it just shoots up. Okay, it has no consistency, no historical performance, and I don't even know if they pay dividends. So why would you buy Para? You would not want to be stuck holding it. Yeah, you're absolutely right, far left Teddy the Grump. Got it, Joy? You're absolutely right. You know, why did we buy Para? Well, we bought Para because we looked at it and it was just too good to pass up. I think we got like 2 or 3% from Para. Or was it 4%? I don't know. It was a weird number. Strange. All right, so CRDF is a no because it's a monthly. I gotta erase that one. ExxonMobil. Ooh, we're almost getting to Starbucks. Somebody asked about Starbucks. We're almost there. ExxonMobil. XOM. Yeah, that one is right. Look at that. From here to here. I'm going to say no just on that right there. Way too much profit waiting to be taken. What's the highest dividend stock in your Rolodex? Okay, I really don't know what you mean by that question. Oh, did you not do NYCB? Yeah, that's like 6 more down before I get to that one. Sorry, Al. All right, so ExxonMobil's a no only because it's at a 90-day high, 30-day high, and it's at the yearly high too. So what do you got there? Profit potential. Do I want to buy at the high? That's like standing on a ladder waiting for someone to bring you a taller ladder. It's never been higher than that this year. So no, I'll move on to the next one. PGR. Progressive. Somebody want to look at this one. That's going to be a no also. Well, 2 reasons. I purchased 10 shares of Uber when it was 29 a share. Now it's 76. All right, Joy, I'm gonna tell you something, but take it however you want. It's not a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. MO's high dividend. Yep, let's go. What gives the highest yield after your filter for stocks? By the way, earnings is tomorrow for PGR. Okay. PGR is a no for me. Okay, look at it. Number one, it's a monthly. That's number one. Number two, the bottom was here in July. Okay? I'd love to have got it in July. Well, look at the run up all the way up to here. That's almost doubled in price. Okay, from here to there. Look at all this here. No, that's susceptible for profit taking. Okay, but that's just my opinion. Number one, I don't do monthlies. Number two, way too much profit taking potential. Starbucks, we're finally here. SBUX. 86. Starbucks is a no. Okay, the reason why Starbucks is a no. Move that out of the way.
What is Starbucks?
The reason why Starbucks is a no is look at the price. $85.99.
$6.50 a coffee.
$85.99. $85.99. The 86s are going for 80 cents. That's not even 1%. Okay? So Starbucks is a no for this week. Now, don't get me wrong. I've bought Starbucks before if the numbers work. They just don't work at this moment in time. So it's no for Starbucks.
I mean, I don't get one in the morning.
You can have a Starbucks in the morning, honey. I will walk to Starbucks and get you a Starbucks. Even in the snow, I'll walk to Starbucks and get you a
It's
Starbucks.
snowing, and we have a car.
Should I tell the people the story of the Starbucks where I walked to a blizzard to get you a Starbucks?
With a car sitting right there. Yeah.
Not the point. I still walked in the snow.
Yeah.
Dutch Bros. All right, we don't have enough time for that.
To the ground and did a snow angel.
All right, see, this is the list that we're looking at tonight. So if I put those on the list, we're not going to get to them tonight. And I'm still debating whether or not I want to do it tomorrow night because Friday nights never has any decent volume of people showing up. Okay, 300 stick with 29 years, increasing dividends and weekly options, premiums. Yep, 1% higher. Nice going there, Al. Jonathan, AGNC, nice. ARC, no. Maine, no. O, no. Verizon, yes. T, yes. Pfizer, yes. There you go, Jonathan.
Enough said.
Yeah, enough said. I don't like ARC, I don't like Maine, and I don't like O. But that's just me. Does Apple apply to weekly dividends? Yes, Apple does apply. Now, here's the thing with Apple. Apple does not have 20 years of increased dividends, so why is it on my list? Can anybody guess why Apple is on my list?
If it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for you.
She gave you the answer. Right, she's out here for, this is not your, you usually come out at 11:30 for your last cigarette of the night, honey.
Yeah, I know.
Biggest market cap? No. Winner 86 got it. It's on Warren Buffett's list. Okay, it doesn't give 20 years of increased dividends, okay, but it's on Warren Buffett's list. That's why I look at it. That's it. All right, next one on the list, CME. MO has dropped 27% in 5 years. Okay. What are we looking at? CME. CME. CME Group 212. The 216, the 215. It's going to be a no. CME is going to be a no. Right now it's at 216. The closest one is at 215, and I'd be losing a buck. Okay, it's only go for $1.50. That means I'm only making 50 cents on it. No, this strategy has higher returns than buy and hold for dividends. That's right. Warren brought 11% of NU Bank from Brazil. Okay. All right, I don't know what that has to do with what we're doing. So it's no to NU, CME, Visa. Visa is next on the list. 275. That's going to be a no also. Reason being, two reasons. Two reasons why Visa's a no. Look at the numbers. 275.82, the 276 is the closest. The 277 is going for $2. No, stock has to move up. I don't like that idea. The 275s, I lose 82 cents off the top. You take 82 cents off that 3 1/4, you're below 1%. And then look at the chart. Okay, your previous bottom is here. Look at all that. No, there are too many other stocks that have less risk. Okay, I'm looking for 1%. I'm not looking for the stock to go up. Really, I'm not. I'm looking through almost 160 different companies to find which one, because I think I'm only buying 2 or 3 this week. I'm only looking for 2 or 3 this week that actually meets my criteria. That ain't it. That's way too much profit waiting to be taken. Note Visa, DAL. DAL. Honey, can you do me a big favor? Can you get me another water? This one's gone. I know, because that throat thingy. All right, next on the list, DAL. 47, 48. The numbers work, but I bought it a while ago. I'm holding it. You know, Joy, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't tell people what to do. I just give my opinion. My opinion is if you bought something here and it's up here, what do you think is going to happen? Eventually, it's going to come down again. Stocks only do 2 things. They go up, they come down. That's it. They don't send you Christmas cards. They don't wash your car. They don't even come over and rake the leaves. They don't. They go up, they go down. That's all they do. All right. Again, same thing on the chart. We're way up here. Way too much profit potential to be taken. Thank you, honey. So you have been doing this for years and have been getting 50% yearly returns. Close last year. I don't think I did 50% last year. I got 3 major losers last year. Target was a big loser. PPG was a big loser. And what was the other one? Hold on a second. I got it. Hold on a second. Kimberly-Clark, Target, and PPG. 3 big losers. I think I got like 40% last year. The year before, I missed 3 weeks. 52 weeks in the year. I missed 3 weeks. That means 49 weeks I got over 1%. 3 weeks I didn't get over 1%. As a matter of fact, I actually still have some of my trades. Oops. See if I have these. Oh, look at this. My 2021 trades. Okay, it's my trades from 2021. Okay, more of them. Okay, week 1, week 2, week 3. Yeah, CVS, blah, blah, blah. All those nice, neat ones. Week 2022. Okay, trades from 2022. 2023. This computer's only like 3 or 4 years old. Yeah, receipts. That's funny. Yeah, I've been doing this for years, but I don't keep as much. What do you call it? I don't keep as much information as I used to. I mean, I still have my computer. I have my computer from Windows 95. I kept that one. Good stuff. Solid returns. Thanks. What are we looking at next? DAL. Did we just look at DAL? Yeah, that was a no. Ooh, Citigroup. Oh, damn. Look at that. From 38 to 64. That is like an 80. Oh, wait a minute. 38. 64. That's like an 80% increase from the bottom to where we are now. 38 to 64. That's a nice move. That's going to be no, because look at all that profit potential waiting to take it. I don't want to be on the losing end. There's too many other stocks that look better than that. So that's no to C. Now we're at NYCB. NYCB. We're at $3. That's horrible. Okay, now $3, you buy it 3. Holy cow. Am I looking at that right? Okay, am I looking at, look at the numbers. I can buy it at $3. Now, for those of you who don't have a lot of money, okay, I can buy it at $3, and I can sell the $3 call for next week at 15 cents. I know 15 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but let's bring up the computer and you see exactly what it is. 0.15 divided by 3. That's 5% for the week. But you got to ask yourself a question. New York City Bank, New York Community Bank, that's what it is. New York Community Bank was just taken over by someone else within the last few weeks. They've had some issues. I forget what the issues were. Let's go back here for a second. Okay. Now, a year ago, we were at $9. The high of the year was $14.25. Now, we found out a couple of weeks ago there was some major bad stuff going on with the bank. And it goes from $10, dropped down to $6, and it just kept on going down. And then they finally got taken over by someone else. Yes, I know that bank is risky, but it was one of those fun trades. Like, hey, let's see what happens. Because you have this new guy coming in who used to be in the Fed, which I don't really trust those people anyway, but definitely not comfortable with holding that stock. I don't blame you. Anyway, I bought this one just for the fun of it because I was kind of curious. What can a Federal Reserve, I don't know exactly, does anybody know who it was? He used to work at the Federal Reserve, and he got a bunch of investors together, and they took over the bank. So I'm kind of curious what it's going to do. So it's at 3 now. I think I'm in it at 350, something like that. Not huge. I'll go back and follow up. That stock is implied volatility through the roof. Yep. Living on the edge, buying that one. Yep. How about MOS? 1% for a day. Is it really 1% for a day? It is. That's more than what? That's like 1.5% for the day. That's crazy. Well, anyway. Now we get to OWL. OWL. O. I have no idea. I never even heard of OWL. WL. Blue Owl Cap. That's going to be a no. 2 reasons. 1, it's a monthly. And 2, look at all that space. Missed that symbol? Oh, which bank? That was NYCB. It's not really on the list. It was just a fluke. It was just one of those trades. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I only got a couple hundred shares. It wasn't that big of a deal. But it's like ORCC. All right. Yeah, Owl's a no. Number 1, look at the big run up. Okay, that's a lot of space there. And then 2, it's a monthly. Alpine, ALPN, ALPN. No. 2 reasons. Okay, 2 reasons for this. 1, it's a monthly. 2, do you see the gap up? Yeah, I want to zoom into that, give you a good look at that gap up. Okay, now, it's going sideways for over a month, 36. Yesterday, big jump. Today, through the roof. It's at 64. Where's it going to go next? Get a look at all that profit taken. Yeah, no. BOA, you mean Bank of America? That's BAC. Okay, Alpine's a definite no. GL, Globe Life, GL. Globe Life is a no. Now, why is Globe Life on my list? Well, because it's on Warren Buffett's list. OWL is like ORC, not ORCC. Sorry. Okay, ORC. What the hell is ORC? Yeah, that's a no. Monthly. All right, I just don't do monthlies. The numbers just ain't there. Mickey D's, MCD. No. 269. The closest strike price is the 270. 184. No, doesn't work. Isn't Globe Life a monthly? Yes, it is. Globe Life was a no because it's a monthly. But Globe Life is on Warren Buffett's list. That's the only reason why I look at it. Huh. I have no idea what you're doing, but it seems interesting. Oh, Scott, I'm investing in dividend stocks to create a safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week on my investments. Okay, I'm an old guy. I'm old, 60 years old, retired. The money that I have to live off of. Okay, now I can't live off of the 4% per year that a money manager would give me. Yeah, right. I get a safe, secure, predictable 1% per week. 1% per week, I live very comfortably. And I'm just sharing the information. Key strategy, follow the cash flow. Interesting. But Warren Buffett's a buy and hold forever kind of guy. That's not what I do. I buy it, grab my 1%, and I get on out. Okay? 1% per week is over 50% per year. That's what most of the people here are looking for. 50% per year. That's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. It takes a little bit of work. 10 to 15 minutes a day. Okay, Monday, 10 to 15 minutes, you buy your stocks, you sell your options. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you take a look at it, see what it's doing. Friday, you jump in and you look at where's my position? What am I going to do? I'm in the same boat, but learning. All right. So Mickey D's is a no. Apple, you've been waiting for Apple. Here it comes. You over here on Instagram waiting for Apple. Now, Apple, just to let you know, is not on my list because it doesn't have 20 years of dividend increases. However, Apple is on Warren Buffett's list. That's why it's on my list. Okay, so let's put an Apple. AAPL. Now, just to let you know, I do have a bunch of positions in Apple. Okay, whoa, that was a nice jump in Apple. Well, let's take a gander at it. Okay, so Apple, tra-la-la, a year ago today, 160.12, jumps up to 198, drops back down to 165, jumps back up to the high of the year at 200. Okay, and then let's look at the last 90 days. The last 90 days, right there. 90 days ago today, we opened up at 186.54. Okay, 186.54. Okay, dipped a little bit and then shot up to the 90-day high. 90-day high was 196.57. From there, she kept dropping and dropping and dropping, and the bottom was yesterday. Not today, but yesterday. WR is meaningless. You can have WR if 90% still lose money. Okay, what are we talking about WR? Anyway, last 30 days. The 11th of March. Here we go. 30 days. Oh, win ratio. Thank you. 30 days ago, we opened up at 172.94. Okay. The 30-day high was a week later at 178.67. Now, from there, she just drops and drops and drops, and the 30-day bottom was yesterday. Alrighty, the 30-day bottom yesterday, 167.11. Now, today was an up day. She opened up at 168.34, hit a high at 175.46. Okay, now, hypothetically speaking, tomorrow, it's either going to continue to go up or you're going to have profit taking, especially with that big of a jump in one day. That big of a jump in one day is screaming profit taking. So, more than likely, the market makers are probably going to bring it to the downside. But not really. And here's why. See who can get this the quickest. Are we ready? See who can get this the quickest. All right. Now, I know what the answer is. See who can get it the quickest. The last trade, 175.04. Bid, 175.60. The ask, 175.63. Now, who's going to get it first? I'm kind of curious. Who's going in the comment section? Who's going to get that first? That's a tip. That's a huge tip right there. The last trade, 175.04. Okay, the bid, 175.60. Okay, winner 86 got it first. 175.63 ask. The market maker has a tendency every once in a while to tip his hat. If the bid and the ask are both above the last traded price, he's pushing it to the upside. If the bid and the ask are below the last traded price, he's pushing it to the downside. James doesn't sell at a loss. Yeah, I try not to. If underwater he holds and sells, yep, that's basically it, Al. I try not to sell at a loss. Someone is selling? No, Jonathan. It's up and after hours. Yeah, but when you see the bid, what you can sell it for, and the ask, what you can buy it for, higher than the last traded price, 175.04, the market maker is pushing the stock up. So more than likely, it's going to open up higher tomorrow. And if she opens up higher tomorrow, it's either continue to go up, because first of all, it's Apple, all right? Look at the high of the year, 199. We're at 175. All right, we have a long way to go to the high of the year. Better yet, check this out. The seasonality for Apple. Okay, 10 years worth of data. January 1st, December 31st. That is a uptrend. You buy at the beginning of January, you sell in December, you make money. Okay, that's a seasonality, just to the upside. Okay, for the next couple of weeks, this thing should be flat. All right, now I do have 4 different positions in Apple. What do I mean by that? I got a couple calendar spreads. I got a bunch of calendar spreads on Apple at different prices. That's a total different strategy. I do not share it here. All right, standard, back here. Okay, so here's your thought. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold for a long period of time. I got no problem whatsoever holding on to Apple. I don't. Rule number 2, never sell for a loss. Do I want to personally buy it tomorrow morning at 175? No. I want to see what it opens up at. Okay, I got a sneaky suspicion. Okay, now he might, because the numbers are here, he might be pushing it up. Okay, if he is, maybe I will. I don't know. But I'm not in the position because all my money's invested already. But at this moment in time, purchase price 175.63. The 175s are going for 225, and the 177s are going for 122. So neither one of those is 1%. If you are curious. With all the iPhone, James, Apple is never going out of business. More than likely, that's correct. Okay, so I don't have any problem with it. But I have a problem with the numbers, and then I have a problem with that big, huge jump today. Okay, now, like I said, I do have Apple in a couple of different positions in a different trading strategy. All right, next on the list. CEG is going to be the last one. This is going to be the last one right here. If it's a good one, let's see where I'm at. CEG. That's going to be a big fat no. 2 reasons. It's a monthly. No, I don't do monthlies. And look at the big move. That's huge. That's a no. Cisco will Apple. I don't know. Maybe make it a triple top. More push to 194. Could be. Tell us about your other trading strategies. Sorry about that, Mr. B. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. Okay? That's for my paying customers only. Okay, 50%. This strategy here, safe, secure, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's 50% per year. Okay, I give it that way for free because I'm a nice guy. Okay? I'm looking for people who want to join me on the live trading every morning. Okay, join me on the live trading every morning if you're serious about trading. 1 hour a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's $100 a month. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every trading day. You can ask any questions you want. Can you say what other strategies are? Yep, I love spreads. Oh, I do. I like the four corner spread. I like the calendar spread. I like a back ratio spread. I like the what was that? The iron condor. That's a nice one. When stocks don't do anything. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch. Here, hold on a second. Let's go here. Let's go there, and here we go. Okay, you have your single, which is a covered call. You have a vertical spread, back ratio, calendar, diagonal, straddle, strangle, covered stock, synthetic, collar, butterfly, condor, iron condor, vertical roll with a stock. It's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, spreads are really easy, but they're a lot more higher risk, higher reward. Okay, the calendar spread gets anywhere between 200 to 400% return per year, but you got to know what you're doing. What kind of starting cash do you need to do Patreon group? You can do it with whatever you want. Actually, there's some people there that are in the Patreon group that actually use for paper trading because they don't want to put real cash into it until they get really good at it. Okay, understanding it is the first part, and actually, because what I do every morning is I do my podcast. Now, my podcast. Let's go back here for a second. Podcast right here, and that's on Spotify. All right, so over 800 episodes. Okay, every day, every trading day, I do a podcast. Okay, now I do my podcast as everybody is watching and listening. So I'm actually doing my trading right then, right there. By the time I'm done with my personal trading, everybody else is done with theirs. You can follow along. You can do the exact same trades that I do, if that's what you want. I don't suggest it. I suggest you do your own research. Make sure the numbers work. Don't ever buy something you're not okay with. Blah, blah, blah. All that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff, what you're hearing here. Okay, but this is the podcast. I do the podcast first. After that, I'm on for about an hour. You can ask any questions you want. Okay, and you're only paying $100 a month. So you don't like it, don't do it the next month. It's a month by month by month thing. Okay, how long is it going to take you before you learn the strategy and say, all right, I don't need to do it anymore? Oh, very interesting. Do you have paper trading until you learn more? Yeah. I've been trading for over 20 years. I still paper trade. Why? Well, because I come up with all these weird trading strategies, and I want to check them. I don't want to put real money into it. I want to check them first. And unfortunately, checking them is a time process. Because when you're doing one strategy, it takes 6 months in order to figure out, does it really work consistently? Okay, because stocks do different things. They go up, they go down, all over the place. Okay, so you have to have some serious time and energy into them. All right, you can also back test new strategies. Yeah, you can, but back testing with options is you can't do it because options fluctuate from high and low. And then the prices you get from back testing only give you the closing price. It doesn't give you the high price and it doesn't give you the low price. So it's kind of accurate, but not 100%. Hey, now, I feel bad that you're just joining in now over here on Instagram because I'm all done for the evening. Okay, I go from 9 to 11:30. That's 2.5 hours of sitting in this one spot, entertaining people. Not even close, Scott. Not even close, because you're buying companies, okay? Bristol Myers Squibb, Home Depot, Lowe's, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Visa, MasterCard, Citibank, Prudential, Globe Life, companies that have been around for over 100 years. Okay, your brothers, your mothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your relatives, your neighbors, people you know work at these companies. What channel is your podcast? Dividend Stock Talk. Hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. Nip, show up tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Every night, 9 p.m. Do you do live every night? Yes, I do, until my throat won't take it anymore. Because I've been doing this since the beginning of January. Okay, now I'm probably going to need to quit at some point in time or cut back. Because 2.5 hours talking to nobody, because nobody's answering me. I'm just reading the things on the screen. I never knew I could talk so much. Good night. It was a fantastic show. Joy, joy, joy. You have a lovely evening. It's 11:35. So I'll catch you guys again tomorrow night. That being said, you guys have a great evening. Let's start turning this stuff off.